Welcome to the Bruce Crossing VFW Post 9345 Veterans Display for the 4th of July on the 3rd. Some very cool pictures of our veterans. This is from the Bill Wynio family. Lots of documentation. Oh, that's when our deck was built. This is a big display of history of our town, why it's called Bruce Crossing. It says you can say Bruce Crossing or you can say Bruce's, but don't say Bruce's Crossing. And someone's working hard out front weed eating. And here's our beautiful hall. We're all set for breakfast tomorrow, we hope. There's a centennial quilt. And I'll try and give you as many names as I can. Alan Carr, Harry Albright, Valentine Benetti, Robert Lindbergh, Charles Lindbergh, Oliver Lindbergh, Raymond Lindbergh, Val, Specialist Scott Trudgeon, Pastor Trudgeon's son. Here's some writings by Kenneth Huta. He liked to write and was very good at it. There's his photo. This is his friend that is from Painesville, Ralph Wara. Albert Hopla. Edwin Cameron. George Hopla. Joe Baldy. Owen Ferris. Q. Binder. There were some very touching stories about him. Here we have Rudy Meyer, Bob Carr, Gerald Hodemacki, Carol Hodemacki, Mike Hodemacki. More pictures of Mike in the Army National Guard. Here's some photos from Mary Albright, Marge LaRock, Mary Albright in that picture, Reg Mall, performing at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, was brought in by John Miller. Unsure who that is. Elmer Nemi, Russell Pitsley. This says Carrieinen, it looks like. Leo Nippa and his decorated grandson, Paul Krieger. Some unknowns. Mark Carrieinen, son of Gloria and Ken Carrieinen. Ken Carrieinen. Jason Anderson, who is the nephew of Gloria Carrieinen. Roy Albert Hopkins, Afghanistan. Charles Donald James Lorendo, Army. Corey Potts. Then we have Sandy Mackey's family. Jordy Mackey, Andrew Martin Goldberg, Specialist Jordy Mackey, Jed Mackey, Jordy and Bonnie Mackey, and their uncle, Kenneth and Eileen Kenneth was the veteran. And there's some articles about an old-time baseball team in the Ontonagon area, March '64. John Oines, Korean War veteran. Carl Decker, formerly of Ewan. He was in the Air Force. That's Jeff's stepdad. This would be my father's display, Dick Saxton, Korea War. And the oldest pictured veteran is Charles Engler from the Civil War Union side, 1st Cavalry. That would be my great-great-grandfather on my dad's side. Here we have David Abramson, Paul Abramson, Bill Abramson, Russell Abramson, Cecil Nurkala, Stanley Nurkala, Donald Nurkala, Eugene Ekstad, John Ekstad, Ken Andrus, Ralph Lena. No pictures here, but of a name for a shout out for Ano Nemi, Bertha A. Nurkala, Spar Nemi, John Abramson. This is Frank Donato, father of Donna Spradlin, World War II, U.S. Army. Rich Game, Trout Creek, Vietnam War. William Slim Green, U.S. Army, December 1965. Matthias Junsu, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Some unnamed fellas here. Forrest Brady, World War II, U.S. Army. And his grandson, son of Lil Brady, Buzzo. And that would be Donald Carlisle, U.S. Army. Here's some other things from the Wainio family. I really appreciate the amount of things you brought in. Lovely displays. And we have Army shirt and jacket from Korea that belonged to my father. I don't know this fellow's name. This would be Jorma Lanet, Elmer Lanet, Edward Lanet, William Hedla, John Hutla, John Fink, Peter Paul Banach, Ano Slim Nemi, some people I'm not sure who they are, Frank Lombard, son of Jim and Carol Lombard, Roger Antilla, Vietnam, our commander, Donald Antilla, Vietnam, Emil Antilla, Roger Antilla, Roger Antilla Jr., his wife's son, Randall Spalding, Here we have Burton, Brian Johnson, Craig Thomas Johnson, Bernard Bundy, and Cliff R.A. Nemi. Ronald Reagan letter, signed. Marvin Lena, Korea. I believe that is Henry Halafa, who our post is named for. Russell Roitio. Various persons of our post. Dean Dove, U.S. Navy, Gulf War, very impressive service list. Anton Molnar, Roy Hartwick, U.S. Air Force. Al Sanborn, Memorial Day. Jared Curdy. I believe these are Roger Antillas. B. Kelly, Elmer Westman, Roger Antela, our Disabled American Veterans Band. In this photo, we have Carl Mall and Bill Kelly. I don't recognize the others. Elmer Westman, Dolores Bailey. And I can't tell you any of these guys' names, but you probably know who they are. This is who our post is named after, Henry Albert Hollipa. He died in action. And there is his gravesite overseas. Operation Iraqi Freedom flag with official seal that was flown over Iraq in dedication to our post. Parade. Memorial Day 2010. 60th anniversary of the post. Log Jamboree. Sergeant Volk's funeral in Lance Barriga. Sue Ann Oines, Bill Bird, Elmer Westman, Ed Lannett. Memorial Day 2010. Men of the UN American Legion, VFW Post 9345 Bruce Crossing, and the Ontonagon County Veterans Association. Mary Dolores Sue Ann. Same group, Memorial Day. Bill, Roy, Ed, Elmer, and Roger putting flags out on Memorial Day. That is a chore, and we hope everyone appreciates their hard work. George Pitkanen. Albert Pila. Albert Pila. Ladies Charter members. And some old documents from the Ladies Auxiliary. We have the CB's shirt, overshirt, I'm not sure what it's called, for Neil Hansen, U.S. Navy, World War II, and his cap with his name on it. There's his picture. And his war ration book. Charles Farley, World War II. Charles Farley also served in Korea. What a guy. I believe this is Dolores Bailey's father, Gene Hirvonen, and her uncle, not sure of his name. This would be Robert Pila. Here we have Dave and Diane Fry re-enlisting for a second tour in 1975. And their daughter Christy Fry, who served in Iraq while on active duty in the Air Force. Old pictures from various celebrations. Here we have the Weisenen family. Arnie, Peter Ranta, Mary Weisenen inside the store in Painesville. Picture taken prior to 1932 when the store burnt down. Armis and Eileen. Arnie with Mother Mary. Mary. There's some various people. Ontonagon County Honor Roll. Pretty long list. Carlo Hutala. John Henderson. Here we have Jack Smith in Japan. Some of his buddies, Sexton and Joe Allen. We always have our missing man table. We have some ladies' auxiliary clothing that we found. Old stuff. I wouldn't want to wear that today. And we will be broadcasting a video of footage from the 100th anniversary of 4th of July in Bruce Crossing. That was 25 years ago. We can't wait to see that. So here it is. If you couldn't make it down, we hope you can. Tomorrow morning, 8 to 11, pancake breakfast with sausage, parades and lots of fun following at the park after. And we really appreciate everybody that brought stuff down for our display. Thank you so much.